All right, Char, is that where you're gonna be? This is the spot you're picking. Of course. Front and center of the damn camera. You f***ing kidding me?
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please?
Fire alarm test. Just my luck. I literally just hit record and it's like, how's the shot load? Oh, you got my vacuum here. You guys caught me cleaning. I'm so mature. What's up, everybody? Today's video, I mean, I don't know where I was gonna go with that. Psychics. Personally, I don't believe in psychics. I just can't get behind the fact that somebody knows the future. Hey, Char, chill. Come here, Char. Here he comes. Here's my history with a psychic. I went to a palm reader. Actually, okay, I didn't go to a palm reader. It was like this corny ass one that was at the CNE here in Toronto. So I'm like, okay, let's get my palm read. So I go in this little tent. They actually had a crystal ball and like all these pictures of palms on their wall. So you're like,
oh shit, this is legit.
If you're a psychic with a crystal ball, you're like the furthest thing from legit. She's like reading my palm. She's like, oh yeah, okay, wow. What I got from the whole experience was that when I'm 55, I'm gonna go on this long trip.
Like, well, how do you know?
Well, you see this line in your hand?
Like the crease on how my hand bends?
Yeah, that reads more than you think.
I'm like,
Jesus. If that one line told you that I'm going on a trip when I'm 50, you guys see my balls.
anyways, okay, that was inappropriate. That's not true. I did not show her my balls. But imagine the stories those would tell. I thought it was kind of a fun, cool experience. At the time, the girl that I was dating, waiting outside, because you're not allowed to go in like tandem, just in case you guys are like,
What the f?
and like just kind of gang up on the psychic. Guys, by the way, this video has literally nothing to do with psychics. Sometimes I go on these like total far off tangents and I just so deep in right now that I have to make sense of it. So let me bring it back somehow. Anyways, my girlfriend goes in there, 5-10 minutes go by, she comes back out and she looks all like sad. I'm like, what's up? Like, why do you look so sad? What happened? She goes,
She said we weren't gonna last.
oh, you I paid you. I wanted like positive stuff. I wanted something like your boyfriend has irreplaceable nuts. But instead I get you're not gonna last, and like a couple years later we didn't last, but f you. To this day I refuse to give her credit for us not working out. But there's like a sliver of me that's like, she knew. She knew. Now, why am I talking about psychics? This is gonna be a huge stretch here. We're about to do a quiz today that apparently tells you what your kid's name should be. So let's do it. Before we start this, I do want you guys to know that if I make fun of your name, I'm not making fun of you. Because again, I'm getting these like social justice warrior vibes.
All right, man, here we go. He's about to make fun of some names. Did you know that that name was actually an ancestral?
Okay, chill. Future kid name quiz. Okay, this first one. What should you name your future child? I really hope I don't get like Corbin. Funny enough, I call Charlie Corbin sometimes. When I think of the name Corbin, I think of like an only child. And like the type of guy that would like sing during awkward moments. Or like Levi. Oh, if I get Levi, I better not get Levi. Because whenever I think of Levi, I think of somebody with like a piece of hay in their mouth. Or Chad. No, Chad. Chad, I'm dressed like a Chad today. Chad is like that uncle that thinks he's cool and like, and always has a different girlfriend at the family parties.
What up, my lit dude? Have you met Sabrina? Wow.
Gord. This tells me my kid's name's gonna be Gord. I'm like, you might as well just come out of the womb retired already. What should you name your future child? Let's play. In your opinion, what is the ideal amount of children you wish to have? I want like a squad. I'll say 2 to 3. I think 3 kids would be ideal for me. Because that way if like one of them pisses me off, I can take the other one out for ice cream. Would you consider naming your baby after someone famous? This is a tough one because like not definitely. I'm not gonna be like, definitely his name's gonna be Jamie Foxx. But like not no way either. I would prefer to name them something no one has heard of. No, definitely not. Like Clitterhorn. Clitterhorn. I'll say definitely, even though it's not definitely. Is your baby going to be a boy or a girl? It doesn't matter. Which of these onesies would you want your baby to wear? Poop, there. Poop, there it is. It's actually funnier than I thought it was gonna be. My dad's mustache is bigger than your dad's mustache. Throwback Thursday. Picture of a sperm cell. My kid is definitely not wearing that. Let's do poop, there it is. That one's kind of funny. Which of these places would you choose to take your child for a fun day out? Let's say the beach. What color are you gonna paint the baby's room? Oh, yellow. Yellow would be sick. Are you a religious person? I'd say I'm spiritual but not religious. But I'm also kind of religious, so. Do you prefer traditional names or unusual names? There it is.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please?
This is really gonna affect the outcome of this, so let's go ahead and say traditional names. I just wanna see what this one's gonna give me. How nervous are you for the baby to come? I'm more excited than nervous. I would still be nervous, but I'd be like, yo, this is sick. A young Danocracy. We're gonna do so much shit together. Oh, right when I'm getting the results. What do you want your baby's name to represent? Fun and adventure. Here we go, the results, it's calculating. Huxley? Actually, Huxley's not that bad. I don't hate it. Huxley. I kind of like it. I thought this was gonna be super ridiculous, but Huxley is actually pretty sick. What do you think of having a brother? But you know what, since I said I'm gonna have 3 kids, let's go ahead and find out what the other 2's names are gonna be. This time we're gonna do, can we predict the name of your future daughter? Is it just me or do pregnant bellies kind of freaking out? Like, it kind of freaks me out a little bit. Is there a point in time in the pregnancy that the belly button just goes, or is it like a slow kind of pop out? I think of those popper things you get at the dollar store, you flip them inside out, you put it down, you're just waiting, and then you just go, That is literally how I picture a pregnant lady's belly button, just kind of like,
Honey, it's gonna go. It's been 4 weeks. Oh, there it went.
it's a big world out there. Where do you hope your daughter someday visits? Glasgow, Scotland. Frolic in the fields or make angels in the snow? Every season has room for activities. Your princess will probably love which season most? Let's say spring. A name should never be a tongue twister. How many syllables are in your future girl's last name? 2. Parents often influence a child's personality. You hope she inherits your, I'll say, sense of humor. As a parent, you can teach your daughter to be anything she wants. But if it were up to you, she would grow up to be I think artist would bring a lot of challenges in her teenage years. Like she'd be like, F
You, Dad, I'm going to paint.
I also don't want her to be lame and work, like be a governor. Professional athlete would be expensive. Organic farmer would be a pain in the ass. Hey, Huxley and so-and-so, eat your beans. She'd be like,
Dad, do you know how many GMOs are in these beans right now?
Judge and attorney can't do that. You know, we're gonna do best-selling author. Nothing's better than a bedtime story. Which tale would you read her to sleep? Goodnight Moon. My mom used to read me Goodnight Moon. Although her first word will likely be mommy or daddy, you would be thrilled to hear her say, someone else is happy with less than what you have. Okay, I don't need to be scolded by my kid. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says I'm possible. Yeah, we'll do that. If my kid comes out saying any of those corny ass lines, I'm gonna be like, you know, get back in the womb, think about what you just said. A girl has no name until you give her one. You want her to sound, I'll say feminine and wholesome. When babies are so cute, it's easy to give them nicknames. What will you call your little potato? I'd say Mouse. Out of all of them, I'd be like, little Moo Moo. Moo Moo. Just like every Disney princess, a girl needs her favorite animals. Will your daughter grow up with pets? Hell yes. Canine companion, Charlie. So already it's Charlie. Show me my results. Have you guys met my daughter? Magnolia? No. Magnolia is just like too old lady. I'm not naming my daughter Magnolia, I'm sorry. So we got Huxley and Magnolia. We have to get my third kid's name. I don't know if it's gonna be a boy or if it's gonna be a girl, but I did say 3 kids. What kind of school would you send your child to? Definitely not gonna homeschool my kid. I know a big part of the reason why I loved school is because all the friends I made and like the friends I could joke around with on a daily basis. The school that I can afford but gives the best education for my child. Yeah, we'll say that one. In a bullying scenario, you would call the bully's mother, then eat a hot Call the bully's mother, then eat a hot dog. What the f does that mean? To answer this question depends on the severity of the bullying. If it's intense bullying and it's getting physical, then yeah, you tell the principal right now. I would also give a long talk to my child about bullying situations, and I would teach them how to fight, because honestly, my kid is getting physically bullied. I would definitely tell them to hit back and punch back. First off, nobody steps on Dan Roto, and nobody's gonna step on the offspring of Dan Roto. In all honesty, I don't know if my answer would be here. Maybe give a long talk. Your future husband would. We'll change that to wife. Start a potato company for the kids' friends. What the f? These are so dumb. I would say they would have a big influence on the name of their child. I mean, it's their child too. Favorite food. So I think brownies, fondue, Mountain Dew, lava, and LOL everything. I think they're trying to say like your kid's gonna be a fat ass. Let's say LOL everything. Nothing's cuter than like a chubby kid, as long as they kind of like take their health more serious as they get older, but like a chubby kid is kind of cute. What kind of socks do you prefer? I would say, how does this determine my child's name? Any limits on hair? It's their hair, they have their own opinion. Yes and no, because like kids, if it was their choice, would like do some wacky ass haircut from a cartoon show that like defies gravity half the time. I would say I don't care with stipulations that like it's nothing too ridiculous. Boyfriend or girlfriend age. I'm gonna say 16 is a good age. Dinner every week is required at the parents' house. My kid, whoever they're dating, has to be sick with my family, because my house is gonna have like a trampoline room, I'm gonna have like a ball pit, and if they don't like coming over to my house, we're gonna have such a fun family. Your child's bedtime, I'd say 11 p.m. Rate your future parenting. So growing up, my mom would always say this quote.
Parents, not pal.
Like growing up with that kind of style of like having a parent and not a pal. I see people that are like,
Oh my god, my bestie is like my mom. My bestie is my dad.
that's not the relationship I have with my parents. My parents are my parents. Like, I'm not gonna talk about like ass with my dad. My kid loves me because I give him ice cream for every meal. What is your favorite name out of these? Douglas, Karina. I'm obligated to say Karina, guys. Here we go. My last kid's name, Jenny. Oh, sick, Jenny. Fun fact, I've always loved the name Jenny. I just think it's such a pretty name. I've always loved that name, Jenny. I would have a daughter named Jenny, hands down. I got Huxley, Magnolia, and Jenny. I'm not gonna lie, these are pretty good. That is what the internet is telling me my future kids' names are gonna be. I challenge you guys to do one of these quizzes. It doesn't have to be these specific ones. Either on Instagram comments or on Twitter, send me what your family names would be. I'm gonna post a future family photo with my kids. So go over to my Instagram at Danocracy, give it a follow, give it a like, okay? So subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys later.